My mother warned me about getting in a car with strange men. This isn't a car. This is the Bat. That's kind of lame. You're lame. It's the Bat because I'm Batman. It's still lame. I said because I'm Batman.
This isn't a car. This is a hot toy. And you can get Sideshow Collectibles. Link is in the description. What up, big kids? Here's your big review. The Dark Knight Rises Hot Toys The Bat 1/12 scale collectible set. I want to thank Sideshow Collectibles for sending me out this review. You can buy this right now at their website. Link is in the description. Box is huge. Look at how much it takes of my reviewing table. Back here has little details about the Bat and has a big warning label. Warning, you want to choke on the Bat because this is a car. It's a choking hazard. This set includes a 1/12 scale Dark Knight Rises Batman figure. It is the first time Hot Toys has stepped into the 1/12 scale world, and they did a phenomenal job. Even though the costume is mostly plastic, the head sculpt on this guy is pretty phenomenal considering the scale. Even has nice eye detail, which is real hard to see on camera. The detail on the costume is up to the standards of Hot Toys' 1/6 scale. Even though this is not actual material that the costume is used, minus the cape being actual cloth, which I love that it's a cloth cape, it's still exceptional detail. Batman is super articulated with 2 points of head articulation. His head can fully rotate and pivot side to side, as well as neck joint that can move left and right. His arms can actually fully rotate. The shoulder pad's a separate piece, can go in and out that much. Rotate at the bicep, bend at one point at the elbow. It rotates at the wrist as well as go in and out. He does have an upper ab crunch that goes forward and back, and it also rotates left and right. He has a waist joint that also moves left and right. His hip joints can actually go out down, so you can move his legs forward and back. Really good for the sitting position. It can go in and out that much. Can't really do the splits, but that's okay. He bends at 2 points at the knee, and his ankles can fully rotate, pivot forward and back, and he has ankle pivot side to side. Batman stands at exactly 6 inches tall. He may be smaller than other 6-inch Batman figures like the Movie Masters Batman, but he still works in great scale with the Bat, which he is made for. Also with this deluxe set, you get a 1/12 scale Selena Kyle Catwoman figure. It's very nice for this scale, but the weakest out of the two figures. The Anne Hathaway likeness is good, but not as great as the Batman likeness. You can see a little bit of Anne Hathaway, but not too much. The hair sculpting is pretty good. One thing that's cool about Catwoman, she has 2 interchangeable headpieces, so if you want to have her goggles down or goggles up, you can choose both looks. The costume looks pretty movie accurate. She has a really nice butt, but also you can tell that the ball joint system does show up more on this Catwoman, especially in the knees and the ankles. It kind of reminds me of a Rebel-Tech figure. For articulation, Catwoman's head can move left and right. Her hair does get in the way, sadly. So you can look down and up a little bit. The arms do fully rotate, and they go in and out. They rotate at the bicep here. They bend at one point at the elbow, not a full 90 degrees. Rotate at the wrist as well as going out. She has an upper ab crunch that goes forward and back and moves left and right. She also has a waist joint that moves left and right just a little bit and pivots side to side. Her hips also go down, so you can make her legs go forward and back so she can sit down in the Bat. They can go in and out that much. It can bend over 90 degrees, but you do see the ball joint a little bit more. And her ankles can fully rotate, pivot forward and back, and she has an ankle pivot side to side. Catwoman stands exactly 5.5 inches tall, making her perfect scale with Batman. Having them side by side, you can definitely see they're in great scale with each other. They may not be in great scale with other 6-inch figures, but for the set that they're made for, they work perfectly for the Bat. The Deluxe Bat set also comes with a 1/12 scale fusion reactor that is on a crate with actual straps. The detail is exceptional. You also get detailed instructions on how to put all the different panels onto the Bat and how all the special features work. The Bat is huge, standing at 10.5 inches tall, at 16.5 inches wide, with being 29.5 inches long. The detail on this is exceptional, with also including 6 front LED lights, 6 LED lights in the middle of the aircraft, 2 LED light up back engines, a functional cockpit door, has 2 seats for both your Batman and Catwoman, movable front dual rotors, rotating underside propellers, articulated flaps at the back, 2 machine guns, 2 side panel rocket launchers. There is some assembly to put the Bat together with all the different panels in the underside. You have to put it piece by piece. It's a little cumbersome, but once you put it on there, it's really nice. It also includes stickers for you to put into the cockpit to add some more detail, which is very nice touch. Putting the Batman and Catwoman figures can be a little tricky, but because they have quite a bit of articulation, it's not too bad. Batman, you'll have some fun adjusting his cape, but at least the way his hands are and the way they have rubberized handlebars, you won't have to worry about breaking anything. Putting Catwoman in is a little bit easier. You want to be careful of her goggles not falling off, or you might want to put them on after you put her into the cockpit. One thing to note, that the top part of the cockpit doesn't have any hinge where it stays on. You just have to completely remove it. But once you put it back on, just make sure it lines up with the little hinges. Also be careful of these two little pieces. They might come off when you're putting the cockpit on, but don't worry, you can put them right back on. And when you close up the cockpit, the Bat and the Cat look amazing in it. The Bat comes with its own remote control to turn on the lights and the propellers. The remote control comes with its own batteries, but the Bat takes 3 AA batteries that you put in the top of the Bat. Press the button to turn on the lights, and then the second button to turn on the propellers. Another feature underneath the Bat is a hook and crane that you use to carry out the fusion reactor. Pulling it down can be a little tricky, and you want to be very careful. It has a little area for the fusion reactor to hook on very nicely. Cranking it back up is a little bit tricky, but it is a cool feature to be included nonetheless. The last accessory the Bat comes with is a really nice display base with 2 different options to display. You can display the Bat in flying position with the taller poles, or use the shorter poles for idle mode. The 1/12 scale Bat is an amazing display piece for huge fans of Batman or The Dark Knight Rises. This is one of the coolest vehicles that Hot Toys has done. I can't believe they were almost going to do a 1/6 scale version of this. The remote light up features and propeller spinning blades are absolutely awesome and definitely make this piece over top. Batman and Catwoman are super detailed, even though they're just made to sit in the cockpit. You can buy the Bat right now at Sideshow Collectibles with just the Batman for $690, or you can get the deluxe set for $780, so that's $90 more for the Catwoman and fusion reactor. I think the $90 is worth it for a complete set, but if you are just going to keep the Batman just in there, I think you can do fine without the Catwoman or the fusion reactor. Regardless of which version you get, this is an amazing set and I highly recommend it. For more, check out my website, SeanXLong.com. Like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, links in the description. I'm Sean Long. Remember, live long and love life.
I gotta get rid of this bomb.
Some days you just can't get rid of a bomb.
I know, right? Some people just don't understand.
Well, old chum, I think you're the bomb.
You're the bomb. I'm Batman.
Are you thirsty? How about a Falcon Punch?